Just a reminder before today's programme that fans of the Ident review should check out the last review, which was the ITV Creates initiative for December 2019. And now, here on AMTV, after a few months away, it's now time for the return of the Ident review. And to kick things off, we gotta catch up to the present day.
Get ready.
Hello, and welcome to the Ident Review, the show where we have a good look and chat about the various television idents that we've come to know and love over the years. And for this instalment, just to catch up to the present, we're going to be taking a look at the latest sequences born under the banner of ITV Creates. For those of you who are new, throughout 2019, ITV began their ITV Creates initiative, inviting artists and creators from all different kinds of styles and backgrounds to create their idents throughout the year. Here on the Ident Review, we covered each month's efforts, so do go and check those out first if you haven't seen any of them. But as 2020 has rolled in, it seems they are carrying on the initiative. Sort of. I have sets from 3 different artists to show you, encompassing January, February, and March of 2020. Whereas in 2019 you would have 4 or 5 artists each month, it seems for the new decade they're going down to 1 artist per month. So without further ado, let's take a look at the work that debuted in the middle of January, presenting the efforts of Saj Farid and the Asian Women's Resource Centre.
Monday morning means a fresh new look on ITV for the week from resident artist Saj Farid. And if you want to find out more and hear from Saj herself, just search online for ITV Creates. And let's kick off that brand new week now with Good Morning Britain. Warwick's looking for top 10 list answers on Westlife singles, English counties and bird emojis in New Tenable at 3. But first we're off to Milton Keynes with the Duke, searching for Dickinson's Real Deal. Time to kick off the afternoon of quizzing now on ITV as we join Nick, Becky, Matt, Mel and Emma, aka the Lancashire Hot Pots, alongside Warwick Davis, who's looking for those top 10 list answers on Tenable. James, Joe, Shelley and Helen are taking on one of the country's finest quiz case at 5. But first, the fate of 4 brand new contestants hangs in the balance as we join Ben Shepherd for Tipping Point. Now, the latest ITV news in London.
A nice and simple start to kick things off. So straight off it's clear that what ITV wants to focus on with the Creates initiative for 2020 is bringing not only artists but groups of people into the mix. And it's great to see members of the Asian Women's Resource Centre get together and create this simple but very visually appealing ident. The theming of sewing and embroidery is recognisable and leaves a very memorable final image in terms of the ITV logo. Me personally, I would have loved to see the colours within the logo and design have gone one step further, to really flesh it out and create something with more visual depth rather than just the grey background that fills up a lot of the screen. However, what we are left with still does work in its own way, and if you want to see more about the creation of the set, then head to ITV's YouTube channel for a behind the scenes look at this, and all the sequences we will be covering today. Let's now move swiftly onwards to our next ident set. Debuting in mid-February, here is the combined works of Hermione Allsop and the Hastings Furniture Service.
Now taking you into the start of the week with Good Morning Britain. This week's brand new artistic visuals are created by Hermione Allsop and Hastings Furniture Service. Now here it's the ITV Lunchtime News. Things start to intensify as a custody battle begins, and Pete says his goodbyes in Emmerdale tonight at 7. Now though, let's join Warwick Davis with Tenable. Now here on ITV, it's Ben Shepherd with Tipping Point.
It's the Brits 2020 next week. So tomorrow night we're looking back at some of the best bits. It's the Brits at 40, here at 8. Now though, it's The Chase.
Very clever conceptually, but I must admit I have mixed feelings. Positives first. In terms of design, this is a truly solid piece of work. The way we see the woodwork base be put in place, and then all the other layers of materials placed on top of it, is truly admirable to watch. And the final result of all these different materials really shows the resources and talents of Hermione and those joining her from the Hastings Furniture Service. The mixed feelings I have are probably mine alone, but the final image of the ITV logo makes me think of several odd things. For one, it reminds me of a multi-layered sandwich, the kind you can get from places like Subway, or it reminds me of those skeletons you used to have in school, but the ones that had the fake organs inside of it. I think that's just more due to the colour tones that have been used, but again, this is my own personal opinion and takeaway from what I'm seeing. Because, as mentioned, in terms of design and concept, this is a brilliant piece of work. Maybe not necessarily memorable in the long term, but still a sequence that I would imagine is bound to grab the attention of audience members. Now we shall move on to our final set of the day. Debuting in mid-March, here is the work created by members of On The Mend, as well as various staff members of our NHS.
Well, a very good morning to you all. Jason here with you today. Now let's get this new week started and join all the gang for your Mondays. Good Morning Britain. Well, during the hottest summer in decades, how will the locals cope with their busiest tourist season ever? We're heading to St David's, Britain's smallest city, tonight at 8. But your Monday afternoon with us here on ITV continues now with Judge Rinder's crime stories. Later tonight here on ITV, Laura's turmoil is showing no signs of cooling off as things go from bad to worse in Liar at 9 o'clock. But now here's Warwick with a new team of 5 to play Tenable. Well, 4 against 1 are usually good odds, but when you're playing against one of the finest quiz brains in Brit, the Chaser, the Chase coming up in an hour. But first, Pinpoint. Now on ITV, let's see if Bradley's team have what it takes to beat the quiz genius and start the week off with a big money win in the Chase.
Okay, well this has to be my favourite set of 2020 so far, hands down. First off, the colour schemes used to create the ITV logo here are fantastic. I love seeing the pinks blend effortlessly with the blues used, and it looks to me like some sort of really intricate toy that I would play with as a child, but that's not a criticism at all. In fact, I like the way this design has been pieced together, showing the NHS staff in particular almost looking as if they're repairing pieces of the ITV logo before it's finally complete. I urge you to check out the behind the scenes videos for this one too, because the Ident set is strangely symbolic of many things going on today. With the NHS under enormous pressure, for people like ITV to come and deliver for us an ident showcasing the creativity and skill of our NHS and charities like On The Mend is so important. A brilliant ident sequence overall, and as mentioned, definitely my favourite of 2020 so far. But is it yours out of the 3 we've looked at today? Let me know in the comments below, and remember to keep supporting and protecting our NHS. And so we've come to the end, but before we go, the final words from our broadcaster. That was all this week for this instalment of the Ident Review. I hope you all enjoyed watching it, and we hope that you tune in next week. Well, it certainly has been good to return to your screens after a few months away. Here at AMTV, we are looking into producing more episodes of the Ident Review for you, to be broadcast in the coming weeks. Keep up to date with the Community tab and the Sunday Catch-Up for further updates. But until then, have a good week, and we hope that you join us again soon. Good night.